Hello and welcome back to Factorio Production Scrap. In the last episode, we had to do some more repairs to this scrap bus because once again it wasn't keeping up. I believe we upgraded to 3 belts coming from the right, one dedicated for the green circuit scrap, and then the other two dedicated for mostly smelting, a little bit of mall scrap, and only one belt coming from the left because everything uses green circuits. We just had so many of them. We also, I think, in the last episode, rearranged this recycling of the generic scrap, or the recycling of the water into generic scrap, the wastewater, and then that into solid fuel. And it occurred to me after the last episode that I should have just came off of this output belt and straight into solid fuel assembly, instead of trying to push it back out onto this bus. So we could do that at some point if we wanted to try and refine this, but for right now it seems to be handling it. Sorry, I had to mute myself there. I'm still dealing with this head cold. For those of you who were around this afternoon, Froxynet included, you knew that. Hopefully it'll be gone before my next stream, but I'm not worried about it too much. One thing I noticed as I opened this up, well, so I let this run a little bit, flushed out the scrap mall a little bit, got that stuff, made sure that stuff was processing well. And then I expanded the modules here because we need a lot more modules to be made, productivity modules specifically to be made. And then I started noticing that we don't have enough red circuits because while this belt is full, and not enough for going here, not enough for getting here, so we need to upgrade red circuits. And I think at this point the only real way to upgrade red circuits is to upgrade all belts to red belts. Fortunately, we can. And everything will be in balance, and then we just need to expand and some more assemblies here. I don't want to do too many though because we're gonna eventually module these. So let's just do this upgrade tool. We get all the inputs, all 4 coppers. Here's the first, second plastic to there. Plastic or the copper as well. Copper, copper, copper. Okay, so it looks like we're upgraded all the way to here for plastic and copper. Now green circuits. There. Then we need the red circuit belt out. There as well. Okay, this entire green circuit and plastic assembly can go. That as well. That also upgraded the scrap belt out, which may not be a bad idea. Oh, did that go already? Yes, it did. But that one underground should be fine either way. Copper belt in. One in. One in. That one in. So except for perhaps the scrap, everything else has been upgraded up to the science minibus. Nope, not quite. Well, okay. So now I can make my life easier and just upgrade the scrap belts along with everything else. So I think I'm going to just do that with everything up here. This will upgrade 846 yellow belts, 846 red belts, 128 yellow undergrounds to 128 red undergrounds. My bots in my inventory will handle a good chunk of that. And then the base bots will handle the rest. Loading all of those yellow circuits. I think we can just upgrade the scrap belt out too. It doesn't hurt. Sure, it doesn't hurt. Except for perhaps producing a little bit more iron scrap in the process of making the belts. Upgrade those. Excellent. Takes care of those. Let's see how this is going. Can help out the base bots a little bit with what we have in our inventory. But they've pretty much handled it all. Hey Phasian, welcome. Did you catch any of Oxygen Not Included today, or were you too busy at work? Alright, so I need to copy this whole thing all the way down to here. Paste one up here, at least one, because I need more red circuits than I already have, and nothing we did here upgraded the amount we were producing. It just upgraded the amount, the capacity that we could produce. Oh right, I forgot you were off today. You had to drive quite a ways too, didn't you? So, the base bots look like they have that well in hand. We'll just start with one. I don't want to overtax other parts of my base. I'd rather see what the red circuits can come up with. And I also need to upgrade this part of red circuits. Belt. That's really the last we need to upgrade. So that should help us in the production of more modules. Almost have the 150 we have on request. Let's see, we upgraded all of the machines this far at level 3 to tier 3s last time or previous time. We need to upgrade these machines though. California miles, huh? That sounds atrocious. Doing on the production of these. Are we completely starved out? Yeah, we've used them all now. I should probably replace these with tier 3 speed modules just to get them done faster. Actually, let's try this. I installed this mod called a module inserter. I've only used it a few times. But let's see if this works the way that I think it used to. Need one of these. And we should be able to, I think, do this. That. Yep, they pulled them out. Oh, and they put them in. That is awesome. It works. I'm not going to worry about this machine because it's seriously constrained by these two, not by anything in itself. So that's one use case for this machine. I could say this as a preset for read only. And then I could change this prod plus speed. And then I can switch back and forth between those just like that. Let me mute myself just for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit more red circuits over here now. These two belts are both full or full-ish, so we're producing a lot more productivity modules now. So I was looking at the Factorio cheat sheet again, and the things we need to upgrade with more modules is the rest of, presumably the rest of the supplies uh, in the yellow science. So let's grab our module tool. We are on the prod plus speed. And insert. Excellent. That is so beautiful. All right. And then those three. Awesome. I'm going to check these numbers again. So we should have yellow science 10.3. That's 11. Oops, 22.6. So we did 24 of those just for fun. We need 7.6 of these, so we have too many now. 10. Oh, 8. So it should be here. I can do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Electric engines, we need 3. I have to rearrange some of this stuff eventually, because we only need 3 of these engines as well. So I can actually tighten this assembly up. And as we talked about last time, we don't need to put any modules in these because it's going to be less than one machine anyway we cut it. There's no point in affecting that. I mean, if we put productivity in there to slow them down a little bit, it would use a little bit less iron in the process. But it's not really worth it for that small amount of materials. So those have all been upgraded now. So we can deconstruct some of this. I want to do this a little bit selectively. There. Done this first. Because now there's items on ground. Take these out. Turn my bots off. that wrong? It happens. I think we only had, must have only had 50 in there. Okay. We had surgically altered much of this. Place this power pole with one of those. I think I'll just leave this alone. It's fine. At least for now. Maybe I'll come back later and bother it. I did for a minute. Crudiness has started again. And then I think I didn't talk for like 20 seconds because I was focused on deleting without making a mistake. For better or for worse, of course. So, what else can we focus on next? I think probably, let's see. So that's all of yellow science. The next highest priority is purple science. We need to do the same kind of thing here. Once again, using the module inserter. So quite a few. Good. Here it is. Actually, let's just do the ones we need. That would be the smart thing. Science needs be 10.3 of those. $11. Then only I'm gonna go for it. I didn't notice this before, but I can actually get all of this with one steel, or actually no. Let's just do it with unmoduled with these. We can do this with 3. Just take one of these off. Is that wrong again? That junk in here that I don't need now, probably. Bots back on again. So if we don't bother modulating those, we only need 3 of them anyway. And if we wanted to module them, we'd have to do all speed. We could get away with 1. So it's kind of one of those funny things where, does it really matter? Probably not. The productivity modules will only take speed modules. We need 7.7 unmoduled. I think because it's using so many circuits, I think we want to just go and module these. I'm going to go the 4 module route. In this someplace. Probably don't need smelting anymore. I could always add another row too. But if we go the full module route, we only need 3 of these. Could actually have my bots on because when I'm doing that, because I have these in my inventory. Ready? And then we can construct. Oh, thanks for the host phasing. Then the rails, I don't think I'm going to module them at all because they produce so many that I think it'll get ridiculous if I don't module them at all. But we can reduce this to 2 and 4. We can cut this off here and here. Let them burn through a little bit. Like they've burnt through everything but the iron. Deconstruct. This doesn't make any sense here anymore. I deleted one too many. But I need to balance this differently. Maybe this. This guy here. Another shift like that. Be okay. Rails, I'm sure. Gave away too many, but that's okay. Okay, so 2, 4, 3. And 3 if we don't module these. You know what? I'm feeling adventurous today. Let's go ahead and module these. We'll get it all the way down to 1, just for fun. Modular, yep, okay, good. I guess since I'm doing module inserter, I shouldn't be requesting these anymore. Let the bots have them. Are we overtaxing our bots left? They're just taking their time. That one, and this should be good. That reduced that by a little bit. Now, technically, the furnaces could be over here and save some horizontal space. Not that that matters a whole lot, but technically. All right. So, the next thing. Next highest priority is blue circuits, but we already did it. I think all the way to the end. And this is the most amount of blue circuits we can have. And still only need 1.5 red belts of green circuits. If the whole thing is running full tilt, which it's not right now. I've starved out our red circuits again. Why? Oh, I know why. We need force these to take a full belt. Thank you. well as these. They won't take a full belt. We need to force them to. And these. Because, actually those don't need a full belt, but it's fine. Yeah. Only need a half a belt, because you're only going under a half a belt. Okay. We are not producing an entire red belt, even though we are consuming much more. Red circuits are actually further down the list than we're currently at as far as the kind of priorities of upgrades. That'll work. But I think it might be beneficial to upgrade the red circuits sooner rather than later. So we want to produce, well, the whole base is going to require 20.6 red circuits. But that's including this batch here that are in blue science. So I want to make sure I take those out of the equation. Only make enough for, find the blue science here. Only make enough for the rest of the base. I don't want to overblow it. So 20.6 minus 2.8. So just shy of 18. So if we kind of aim for 18, I think that would be okay. We really don't need much more than a yellow belt worth. I think we just need to increase the productivity here. Oh, no, I know why. We actually do want more than 18 because we want to be able to handle all the module insanity that we're doing. So if we look at this assembly, the ratio of copper wire to red circuits after modulating the way we're modulating with 3 and 1 is about, it's less than 1 to less than 4. It's 1 to less than 4 because it's for the 20.6, it's saying that we're going to need 20 of these machines and 72 of these. So we actually have too much copper going on here once we module it. I think we could just deal with that by adding in some of the red circuit arrays near the top without the copper arrays. It'll eventually just flow past and handle it that way. Because cutting them out of the middle doesn't sound... No, wait. We'd have to add more. Yeah, we'd have to add more. Not remove more. We'd have to add more. That could be messy. Because we really should have 2 of these for every... We should have like 1 to 4. That's what we should have. That'll be a little bit overproducing on the copper wire, but not enough to be a real problem. So I guess we could do that 1, 2, 3, 4 by cutting everything off. Oops, well, that would work, I guess. Cutting everything off right here. Kind of let everything up north of this drain out, produce out, and then let the bots pick it up, and we redo everything. It is until you module it. Once you module it, it's like 1 to 4. The module the way we're modulating it. Go get them, bots. wonder if I could set this up quickly here to do that. Be able to. So we want 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now to produce say 20. Well, that's interesting. I'm getting a different answer from Kirk McDonald than the answer that I'm getting from here. Why would that be? Kirk McDonald is thinking that I need twice as much wire. Set to 17.1. Kirk McDonald thinks I need 31 of these, but 136 of these. And 31 of these. So it's thinking twice as much copper. Why would that be? So the red circuit recipe is 2 to 4 to 2, which is what this should be. So why is Kirk McDonald thinking I need twice as much? Oh. All right, I'm insane. Great. Not really. I had green circuits still activated, so it was counting the copper for green circuits. So it really is, see if we can find a good round number here. Do this on screen, I guess. So it really is 21, 24 to 9.5. Those numbers. But of course, well, I guess I could do 21.1. Trying to get these to be like evenly balanced numbers, which they're not going to be, so why try? Pull out a calculator real quick. Looks like it's about 1 to 7. So we need, so I guess the 1 to 6 is fine. Just leave it the way that it was. That was a waste of time. Awesome. But that's okay. You live, you learn. Make sure you're reading everything properly. So we'll leave it at 1 to 6. We'll just start module inserting. And good to go. Oops, that one, yep. Oh, yes, that is exactly it. Read the manual. When you are looking at how to calculate materials for base, make sure that you're not taking into account the extra copper you would need. For example, here, make sure you're not taking this into account when you're adding up the amount or the ratio of machines. So, in order to produce about 20 per second, we need about 9. Put this back down to like 20. We need 9.1 and 70.4. 70.4 with, call it 24. So we'll call it, we need 72. That's 1, 2, 3 arrays. So this array we added down here, we probably didn't need. Now the question becomes, should we cut it off? All right, we'll do it. We just needed to upgrade the modules. That should let it clear out again. Those almost all got module inserted. We are behind on productivity modules again. So we definitely need these red circuits. Maybe maybe I shouldn't have cut that off. Yeah, productivity modules are just in high demand. Yeah, we're once again not getting hardly any red circuits beyond modules because we're making so many modules. But I guess I leave this connected. Make as much as we can. Oops, I didn't disconnect that one anyways, so that's good. Let it make. We'll deal with it later. So in that case, I should have moduled the northernmost ones first, because those are the ones, as it backs up, they're going to continue using, but it's not going to get backed up because it's cranking out like crazy. So we'll leave it go. We have almost 2 full arrays moduled. So that's going to produce about 12. I guess we could see how much it's going to produce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24, 48. That'll produce 13.65. And then 2 unmoduled will produce something less. I think about 10. So that should give us a decent chunk of the modules we need. But we're just using so many at this point. Crazy. Okay. So back to kind of the Factorio cheat sheet. And the what do we need next measure. They're saying next would be sulfuric acid. Which seems kind of weird to me. Because wherever it is, down here, yeah. I'm barely using any as it is. So I don't know that I really care about modulating sulfuric acid. I think I would much rather module green circuits because we are cranking out a massive production of green circuits. I would also like to look at scrap bus. This looks like. So we have a massive backup on the circuit arrays again because we are out of sulfuric acid. All right, let's run down there. Is that because we've overproduced scrap? No, where's all the sulfuric acid? So I don't think this is the lossless process. It's a balanced process, which is what we saw before when we were looking at the very beginning, but I don't think it's lossless. Because if it's lossless, this wouldn't be 0 and this wouldn't be 0, while this has something, anything in it. So there must be a loss here, and I don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that math, especially not on stream. So let's just flood this a little bit with some sulfuric acid. Get these guys processing again. Okay, good. And this is where running these directly into the solid fuel would have been smart. Maybe I'll design an array for that, and then we can use it. These are being plates like crazy. That's good. Probably good here. Yeah, we're pretty close to even there. These are keeping the supply quite low. That's good. We are just consuming, what was the number on this again? An entire, no, we're using 10 to produce an entire red belt. So we're using a third of a red belt to produce a full red belt. We have a massive backup circuits here. Excellent. I guess we could upgrade the rest of the scrap bus here to red belts. Wouldn't hurt. Especially because, well, that's not going to help here. Yeah, so we're backing everything up now because the circuits are backed up. So we just got to let the circuits clean out. That's, I think, the biggest sort of trouble with this mod. I mean, in the end, it is what it is. I could design this stuff better. I could spend more time fiddling with it, but that's kind of the biggest trouble with the mod is that it gets unbalanced very easily. And unless I install like some sort of fluid vent system on, and then you know, like a overflow valve, underflow valve kind of thing, I don't know how to properly balance this with vanilla. It just doesn't with the water and the acid. It just doesn't balance. But I don't want to have constant water pressure and constant pressure on the sulfuric acid, um, because then these will not output those fluids properly. The water and the sulfuric acid will back up, and these won't work because the water and sulfuric acid have backed up in the machines, and the pressure from the sources here would keep them from being able to progress. I think anyway. I could be wrong on that. So I think this is just another, I wasn't paying attention, and now I have to wait. Not sure how to clean it up any faster besides, you know, picking it up by hand or something. Or, well, hoovering it, I guess, not by hand, but. We can clean out my inventory while we wait, though. What else do we want to get rid of? Rid of, like, the extra tiny stack here. A few things. More than one steel. Don't need any plastic. Odd belts. Okay. Do processing a little bit better yet? Maybe. The good news is fewer and fewer things are making it beyond this point. So it should eventually get caught back up again. Going to eventually shut down our green circuits again. Oh, because, yeah, because this will get backed up and it'll shut down green circuits. Yeah, with module production. We do have some saved up. A few. 13. That means we've spent all the ones we had to spend. We are still launching rockets. I think we were at 11 when we started today. Maybe 12. We are at least still handling that. So I think it's time to just go ahead and start the module upgrading circuits. We want to have, the base only needs 3.2 belts of green circuits, but I know better. I'm just going to say a whole 4 belts. But if we module these, we need far fewer machines. And the ratio is different. Not too much different. We just need less, technically need less copper cables than we're producing. But I'm not going to worry all too much about that. We're going to mostly focus on the fact that we only need 36 of these. In each array there's 4. That means we only need 9 of these arrays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 12. So we can actually lose 3 arrays. Which is good because that means that's that much less scrap that's being produced. Just like everywhere else with this process. So I'll go ahead and give the order to upgrade the first bank. That's where the thing is. We, of course, don't have enough productivity modules to fulfill that. But they'll at least fill them with the speed module, and then all 13 or so productivity modules we have will go someplace. Yeah, look, we're already starved out because we're backed up. Fortunately, I gave green circuits the priority in here. At least coming from this side. The bus is taking the priority on that side. It looks like it's improving. It's going to take a long time because it's going to cycle through sort of one belt at a time and clean that out. Because of the way that I have the handling going on down here. Because the circuit processing we're not getting, oh, because this is backed up and causing not enough circuits to get in there. So the circuit processing has priority here, coming in on back onto the bus on the outer, on the, I guess the inner 2 belts. Yeah. So unfortunately, the circuits that are out here are going around again because they can't get through here because of all this generic scrap. It is a lot of generic scrap. Why do these not? Because it made its way out too many belts, probably during the backups. That's where having this stuff run directly into the arrays would be much better. Instead of coming back out here. And then just, if this happens to be any out here, it can get merged into the solid fuel arrays. So let's work on that. I think that's a better idea. And I think it'll work out better for us. So let's copy this. This will give us 1 belt from the start. And then let's copy one of these. Again, at the same point, at the same level. And I think it makes sense to actually put this one on the other side here. In fact, this could even be... Well, I don't want to get closer. That can go there. And some of this doesn't need to be here anymore. Get right about there. That could be like that. Grab the opposite one now. Is this one. I want that one because it's got a roboport in it. Got pipes in it, but beggars can't really be choosers. One here. That should go here on the other side. Right about there. Out. It looks weird, but it's right. But I think I want to, if I'm going to do this, I think I want to make some alignment changes. I know it's kind of petty. Or am I kidding? It's a lot of petty. But if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to make it line up evenly here. And I think that's better. Because that doesn't fiddle with bringing in, and then we'll just do this with an input priority from the left, and this will be our input belt from the bus if we need to process more, and we don't need to do it on both sides. Well, we should do it on both sides. And this will be input from the right. I think that's better. Oh, we're getting a lot more movement now. That's good. Going to do it at all, I better do it precise. Yeah. Does that sound like a better option to you? Handling this? Doing it, making these just run directly in. That way it doesn't have to pollute the bus with that generic scrap. And it handles the whole thing a little bit better. So now the choice that I'm going to make is I'm going to just add these on down here and just rip these up. Or at least add one of them on down here and rip those up separately. Okay, so this comes, or should I make that choice? Well, either way, this comes out. Out you go. I really care if my bots get it or the base bots get it. Then that needs to go in here. It's a lot more compact too. Oh, it's also broken. I forgot something. All right, well, base bots, you're gonna have to come back down here and rebuild this. Because we forgot the output pipes can't do this. Because the output pipes here need to go to the fluids. So we need to do this differently. Again, take one of these out. That. To change this up, I want this without the inserters. And then I want to put the inserters right here. Then I can put one of these, or half of one of these arrays like this on the outside. Not exactly right, but I'll make it right. In fact, it doesn't even need to be that complex. It can be like this. Yep. Delete those undergroundies, flowies. It can just be like this. And that makes it even neater. Need the end pipes. How much of what's on the bus here is generic scrap? Uh, Not much anymore. But each one of these produces one full yellow belt of generic scrap. I think we did the math. Do the math? Guess we didn't do it. I thought we did it, and each of these produces a full belt. I guess we could look at the math here. So they produce one every 3 seconds. I guess they don't produce a full belt. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Divided by 3 is 4. That's only 4 per second. Is that right? Yeah, 45 of those is going to produce a full belt, and this is only 12. So, in fact, we could make this even better. Because we could make the solid fuel, we only need, that is atrocious. We need, yeah, even if we make this, even if this was a red belt, we need 30 every 30, so we need 1 per second per machine. This is 16 machines, so this right here actually does consume basically 2 yellow belts. There's 2 extra machines, but basically 2 yellow belts. So we could actually massively increase this processing and still only need one of these. So actually we can really improve this system. So now I want one of these back. Okay. This is why you have to love Factorio. This right here. Goes out. I guess I didn't need that either, did I? No, I didn't. I'll fiddle with this until I get it right. How about that? I want to do something before I do that. Something else, I should say. I want to see... Yeah, so these are staggered. They would have to be offset. Offset them this way. Better. So if I'm connecting water there, Definitely don't need all of this. Take out all of these. Put pipes in instead. Let's just put pipes in instead. Simple way. You can override an underflowy with a pipe. And then I need to take out this. And these just need to be pipes here. Oops, that would have been bad. Well, not entirely. Actually, I don't need that one. And in there, there. A little bit of assistance right here. So these can come now out, down. They're all connected. Belt over here. And since this will be on this side of the belt, we can merge these in. That look better. Can I make that look better? Am I worried about making it look better? Hey, Battle Rabbit, welcome. We're just designing a little array here to better handle the generic scrap, or better handle the recycling of the wastewater and the generic scrap. Oh, we finished the science. Look at that. We got to launch another satellite and finish some science. I think that's okay. So, I want to deconstruct this entire piece here. Copy this entire... Ooh, I just saw a problem. There. Copy this entire piece here. Of course, you know I'm going to change this a little bit. Because I'm going to put that in there. Take the last machine off. Inward. Oh, wait. Undo. Cut that out. I want to make it symmetrical. How I am. That will go there. Moved. That and that. Can't draw straight lines to save my life. Yeah, oh yeah, Battle Rabbit. We talked about that. Phasey and I talked about that after you asked about it. And yeah, that's the problem. Is I once I get affiliate, I think I can stream. It'll transcode down to the lower bit rate, but at my current level of just streamer, I can't. Um, I apologize. I should have stepped it down to 720 p30, and I didn't. I'll do that for the next time though, till I get to the level where I can handle this on my own. So those go there. These need to be different. Be like this. Half an underground there. And oops, I went way too far. What am I doing? Here? And some combination of just too much, I'm guessing. Yeah, couple too much. All right, we'll just do it like this. This. Well, when you get that installed, let me know. I think I might be happy with this. Almost. That should handle everything we're looking for it to handle. And it should do way better job than these do. You must be in Scandinavia. Just guessing based on the availability of massive internet speeds. Not a whole lot of that in the US. Not a whole lot of that in Canada. Seems to be a Scandinavian thing. Cut these off. Let them drain that out, and then we'll tear this up. Good. It looks like they've done it. Picking up a little bit of water and sulfuric acid with it, but it's okay. Pipes are a little full, or a little occupied. To not break this, is there anything I need to do? There. This doesn't fit with that roboport being there, so I'm going to put a roboport up here. Give it some power. This out. Yeah, these two are the important ones because they're handling the crossover from the other side. Okay, hopefully the bots are finishing that up. This is a mess. I think I'm just going to do all this. Okay. Now these go right there. I think I'll butt it right up against that roboport. Right there. That one lined up good. That's 1 out of 4. Not needed. Sure, something in the middle here is. Next, that's good. That one is needed. Okay. Something here is going to be needed. Beautiful. So now we can take scrap. I did the wrong thing. We can take the scrap off the bus. Left. Not connected. All right. This should be just about done. Yeah. Let's just tear this all up. Here. That just goes, yeah, so this is going to all go here. Go. Turbo ports are going to go too. Goes a little bit differently. I'll go. Garbage. Up there. Move this back, I think just one. Underground right here. There. This stuff. Many of those because I picked them up and then the base helped me out. Okay. Reports need to go. Matter because or I'm picking it up or the base bots are. Doesn't really matter. Then I just want to put one of these in. There. Max range there. That's probably fine. All right. So that's much cleaner now. I think anyway. We really need this shifter. We do not. Any of this anymore. Any of this anymore. Oops. And that's fine where it is. This scrap. Stone there. Okay. Yeah, the pressures look here. And now we're almost out of water. Because we're not processing enough generic scrap. Or water into generic scrap. Is this not the same amount that we had before? Did we have... Do I need another one of these? I might need another one of these. I think I do, because these are running non-stop. Now the question kind of becomes... Yeah, these can't handle another whole nother array. So let's put in another one of these. If I put it right there, it lines up with everything properly. Super handy. And I don't think we need these, because the other one should be taking care of it. Take these out. Connected. Connected. Thing. There we go. So I took out that whole belt and I shouldn't have. That's the way it goes, I guess. Means now, done the balancer differently. The way that I had it before. That one will go, not there. That one will go under here. There. Where I can get a little more room. Then I can put in splitter here. Go underground. Or matter, I suppose, but skip any solid fuel in the process. Okay, so that handles all of this generic scrap, or making and converting to fuel all of this generic scrap, which is really good. I like it. It's doing a good job of it. Our water, we should be getting some water back once that gets processed. Now it's just a matter of getting rid of all these circuits. So I think I'm going to call it there for the night. I appreciate everyone joining me. And oh yeah, I'm playing the scrap mod. No problem. It's I like it. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of extra work than vanilla, but I like the extra little bit of logistics challenge, and you know, designing these arrays. This one kind of looks, the shape of it looks kind of cool, I think. So but yeah, so that's it for tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me and chatting, and I probably will have some sort of oxygen not included stream maybe tomorrow night. I'll definitely do something Saturday afternoon US time. I'm not sure what yet. And then Factorio will be back for sure on Sunday night. So if you enjoyed this, please show up, come back, and see how we're doing in Oxygen Not Included, how we're doing in Factorio, and see if I start a new game or if Phasian and I play some Don't Starve Together again. And until then, thanks. Bye.